2 and 1 and hold on.
Wait, so where do you want to start?
It doesn't matter, bro.
Okay. Well,
uh,
you started off.
yeah, I'll start off. No big deal. So,
Oh, what the fuck, dude?
okay. So Daisy. All right. And let's do this thing. Hey, what is going on, everybody? This is Paulio Jr., and he's here too. No, I'm just kidding. This is, of course, you should remember Andrew, my favorite cousin. Don't tell Chris,
Uh-oh.
or he might get mad.
Yeah. I'm a little angry.
So basically, Andrew and I don't know if we're like a threat level anime fans.
No.
Um,
not even close.
no, yeah, we don't have body pillows or anything like of that nature.
Mm.
But we, um, but we definitely enjoy a good anime show, and which I think a lot of them rival, American cartoons big time.
Yeah, of
If
course.
not, yeah. Um, and I honestly think that most of them are actually better. So than a lot of American cartoons and so forth. Like even like because I grew up on X-Men, as I'm sure you did as well to a certain extent.
Yeah, it was like Teen Titans Go for me,
Mm-hmm.
which is like DC.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but to start off here, you and I have talked. We've talked extensively, about different animes and how we got into it. What we've watched, what we want to watch. What we're currently watching. So, my first question to you, Andrew, would be, what was the first anime show that you actually did watch and enjoy, and then it further got you deeper into the anime world?
So the first like real anime, because my first like animated show that I loved was Avatar: The
That
Last
counts.
Airbender.
That
But
counts.
I don't know, dude.
It's
I don't know about
technically an
that.
anime. It technically is an anime.
It's animated,
Mm.
sure, but I don't know if it would fall under the
I
what is
got
it?
you. I
Usually
understand.
agreed upon, yeah,
I
definition of anime.
understand.
But the first anime that I watched was actually, I was inspired by PewDiePie because
Oh
he
well.
made a video about Death Note, I think it was,
Mm.
and the Netflix adaptation of it and how bad it was. Um, and he was just talking about like the beauty and like the amazing parts about Death Note, or like what makes it amazing. And I was like, I figured why not try to get into this stuff. So
Yeah.
I watched Death Note. I wanted to take it easy at first, and so I watched it dubbed. Um, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was like an amazing show. Definitely one of my top shows I've ever watched.
Death Note. Death Note was. You saying Death?
Maybe,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe until like I don't know, maybe not the end, but if you
Yeah.
know what I mean. But,
Oh no, I got you. I mean, so I think yeah, we were talking the other day, and the actual first one, which I should have never watched at this age, because I believe I was 7 or 8,
Jesus.
and long story short, my mom had a roommate at the time. It was a couple roommates, but it was a couple, and the one guy um, was obsessed with anime. Every
Mhm.
time I walked by the room, I knew he was watching cartoons. I didn't know what it was. I just knew it was a different language, and it was animated. And so the one time I walked by, and I'm just standing there, like kind of peeking in, looking at the television, and he senses me there, and he's like, "Yo, Paul, come on in, watch the show with me." And it was Ninja Scroll, the movie, not the series, and it was extraordinarily violent. like like heads being cut off, people getting
Ah,
stabbed in the eyes.
nice. Suitable
Um,
for an 8-year-old.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and and also anime boobies
Ah,
were in it as well.
some waifus in there. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm just sitting in the other chair with my little 8-year-old boner, like going like, what's happening? Like, what am I watching?
Yeah. It's like
And
surreal.
uh and I just remember because I watched it again like 15 years later, that movie, and I was like, I should have never watched this at 8 years old, however old I was, because like I remember like the ending of the movie was they were fighting on a ship, and the good guy was headbutting the bad guy into the platform of the boat repeatedly.
Hmm.
He just, you like 1,000 times, he's like, "Why won't you just die, die, die?" And there's just, and it was so violent and just not suitable for an 8-year-old at all to
Yeah.
watch. No, 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 no. Even
Right.
now, if I watch it, I'd be like, that's messed up. So
But
that, yeah.
that got you into anime?
So I wouldn't say it got me into it, but that was the first one I ever saw.
Okay.
And then we had a TV station called WB17 in the Philadelphia area. And so in the mornings, they would play episodes of Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon and what's the one with all the girls? It was like kind of corny. Oh my god! But it was Sailor Moon.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Sailor Moon, yeah. But I was more interested in Dragon Ball Z, so I just started
Right.
getting up every morning at 6 o'clock, and they played it in order, so I'd watch every episode, every single during the school week, and then just wait till Monday again. Like I looked forward to the weekdays more than I did the weekends. So
Yeah.
because I was like, I was like 11, like yeah, I guess like 11 years old. So and
Right.
yeah, got obsessed with Dragon Ball Z, and then um, kept watching it, and then I started buying the VHS tapes when
VHS.
yeah, when the new episodes would come out. As soon as they were available, I'd go to the Funimation website, or I'd go to the store
Mhm.
and and purchase myself a good old VHS tape. So yeah,
Yeah.
but,
You know what? You said Pokemon.
Yeah.
I think technically that was the first anime that I got into before Avatar.
Okay.
Because I remember like I was pretty young, like maybe 8 years old or 9,
Right.
and I remember waking up at like 8 a.m. to watch the new Pokemon episode that just came out.
Yeah. No,
Flying to
yeah,
the
same.
yeah,
Same. I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't watch Pokemon. I definitely did.
yeah.
Definitely did. From beginning to almost end. I think there was a lot of episodes of Pokemon,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly.
It was
So,
a good amount.
but yeah, so I watched that from episode 1 till for a while. I think it just started to drag. It
Yeah.
started to drag out, and I stopped. There. But what was it? Brock and Misty and Pikachu were always by Ash's side, correct?
hmm Yeah, in the first like generation.
Right.
Thing.
And then it was Team Rocket that continually kept trying to. I don't know why they were such dickheads. Like
They were trying to
steal.
I think steal Pikachu because
Right.
it was he was so powerful or whatever.
Right,
So-
right. Yeah, because a Pikachu was pretty rare in
Yeah, he
in
was
the
like-
show.
Yeah, he was like. Sorry, my throat's like
No, you're
messed
okay.
up. He was like indescribably powerful for some reason.
Yeah,
Like I don't know, like even against like types, like Pokemon types that he was weak against, like Rock, he would like even beat them somehow.
right.
And it was like never really explained in the show. It was just like, okay, he's just super powerful. Got it.
The all-powerful Pikachu. Yes. Yeah, I remember Ash having a very tough time deciding whether or not to evolve Pikachu.
Yeah, there was that one episode he got a Thunderstone. Yeah, and then Pikachu was like, Pikachu didn't want to do it, and that
Yeah.
was like what it came down to.
I know, I was so pumped too. I was like, come on,
Yeah.
Raichu, I want to see your Raichu. Like, oh my god. Like, you're going to be so much stronger, dude.
hmm
Like,
That was like a cock block.
it really was. What'd they do with the stone? What did they end up doing with it? I forget. I haven't seen it in so long.
Maybe they gave it to someone else. I
Mm.
think that's what they did.
I think you're right. But, so, now, I know as of lately, you and I are at least watching two of the same shows that are still coming out in Japan.
hmm
So, and the number one, which you actually introduced me to, which is My Hero Academia, which is
Yep.
now in season 4. And you were right. Yep. Episode 2 did get, definitely stepped it up a notch. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then 7 Deadly Sins is the other one. So, 7 Deadly Sins is currently coming out every Thursday, and My Hero is coming out every Saturday.
Yep.
So we have 23 more weeks left of My Hero, and I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure how many episodes they're gonna do for 7 Deadly, but
Probably like 30 or something, I think.
yeah, because My Hero is 25, and it seems like 7 Deadly Sins is kind of on the same par with how many
Yeah.
episodes that they're gonna release and so forth. So.
Right.
But so what do you now? Did you finish One Punch Man season 2 yet?
Oh yeah, yeah. I just finished that the other night, actually.
Okay. Now what did you think about the season by itself, and what did you think about the season comparing it to the first one?
So, okay. So I think the season by itself
Mhm.
was good. Like it's better than average.
Right.
I definitely say that. It still contained its comedy. It was definitely funny. Maybe even funnier than the first one. But I'd have to rewatch the first one again.
The first one's
um,
funny. Yeah.
Some of the action was good. I think that's where most people, including myself, got a little ticked off
Right.
at the creators, where the animation, they had staff changes and had to pick another animation
Big time.
company to work with,
Yeah.
and you could definitely tell that a lot of the fights just ended in like a still picture instead of like
Right.
a panning motion,
Yeah. No, you're right.
action scene. Yeah, and it's just like it felt lazy, and I don't know, it felt like they couldn't afford to have action scenes in it.
They couldn't afford to be bothered with that.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
Well, like you look at Mob Psycho, and like that's like insane.
yeah.
What they do with the animation in that. I really like that animation.
Yeah, that's a very Mob Psycho is very unique.
Yeah,
Very unique.
definitely.
So,
but compared to the first season, I don't know. it does. I don't think it. I don't think it compares. I don't think it holds up very well at
No,
all compared to the first season.
no, I agree. I agree.
Yeah,
Um,
especially in the ending. Like,
wasn't really an ending.
yeah, yeah, exactly. He kills him in one punch. Like, okay. In the first season, the ending was so much better, where the guy could take more than one punch. It's like,
Yeah,
okay, this guy's crazy. But
yeah, yeah,
then, ending of season 2, which is so lackluster compared to season 1.
yeah, yeah. No, I agree. I agree. So in season two, yes. First of all, Saitama, I would say he was in it uh, at least 30% less,
Oh yeah.
at least, than the first season. Like I think the hero killer guy,
Oh, the
got
hero hunter.
yeah,
Yeah.
the hero hunter got the same like air to air time, if not even a little bit more
Yeah.
than Saitama did in season two, and that's who we're all. That's pretty much why we're watching it, is for the main protagonist, for Saitama.
Hmm.
So, and to see his interactions with Genos and with the rest of this the hero society and all that good stuff. So, um, yeah,
Yeah. It's weird. Like, I did feel a little weird that they focus on him so much,
right.
but especially during, like, I guess, like the karate tournament
Mm,
episodes. It's like Saitama was just barely in it, barely in the episodes,
yeah, yeah,
and it was just like that whole tournament was just pretty boring, to be honest. It's like, oh, I wonder what he's gonna do next.
right,
And of
yeah.
course he beats him with one punch. Like,
Yep, yep. Um,
I don't know. It's kind of like uncreative, I guess, in a way, but it's
I
still
yeah.
funny.
It's still funny. It's still funny. There are still some decent, action sequences and all that. Um, I want to see more of Genos, and I'm glad that we got to see a little bit when he's fighting the hero hunter.
Yeah, and
That
that giant centipede.
yes, yes, the giant
Yeah,
centipede, because um, like obviously Saitama is just such an overpowered character. Um, you know, like in the first season, he ends the fight with that guy, the alien, by saying like consecutive normal punches
yeah.
or something like that.
No,
Like
that was it. Yeah.
yeah, where Genos has like these crazy moves. What's one of his? Oh my god, what's one of his moves? Machine gun blows, or yeah,
Yeah,
it's one of
something
them.
like that.
Hmm.
I know he, like, in the centipede, when he was like inside of him, he, like, it was like basically he, like, set off like a sun,
Yeah, yeah,
like the power of the sun or something in him. Like, it wasn't actually the power of the sun, but
right,
it
right.
looked like that. So it
Yeah,
was really cool to see.
yeah. He's like incineration or something like that, or
Yeah,
incinerator. Um,
something like that.
but yeah, no, I mean I agree that um, season one just destroyed season two, and there was just so much anticipation because it was almost 3 years. I mean, so it
Yeah.
came out in 2015, so almost 4 years. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, almost 4 years until season two came out, and it was just so much hype, and people waited so long, and there was just way too much downtime in that
Yeah.
in season two, and I mean,
Yeah. The wait definitely wasn't the reward definitely wasn't worth the wait.
no, God, no,
Yeah.
no, no, no. So, and that's where I think it's tough, because that's One Punch Man is. I kind of want to compare it to like a Deadpool, because it's kind of in like a league of its own.
Hmm.
Like yes, obviously there are similarities between One Punch Man and other animes, but but One Punch Man is really in its own kind of genre to a certain degree.
It's like it's oh my god, what's the word? It starts with an S. It's like ironic or like sarcastic. Um, it's kind of like making fun of like other animes in a way. Um,
Oh, not sadistic, not sadistic.
no, not sadistic. Oh my god,
It's
the
okay.
word.
Just explain the word, or just skip over and go something else so you remember it.
Well, it's just like it doesn't really take itself too seriously, you know.
Mm,
But I mean, at the same kind of time, it kind of does.
right, right,
Um, uh, you know, Bill Burr like explained this beautifully, like when he talked about it, and that clip went viral.
right, right.
Um, and I know he used the word, but I just can't remember it. But yeah, it's like kind of in a way just kind of making fun of the like the formulaic stuff that shonen animes usually use,
Right, right, right.
and taking jabs at that, but also like taking itself seriously with other characters and stuff.
Right,
Um,
right. Yeah,
so yeah.
so I mean, it's cool if they, if they can balance it out like that too.
Mhm.
Like when, like every once in a while, like you see like a quick. They do this in some movies too, where like it's obvious that it's a movie, but then like for like a quick second, like they'll turn to the camera and like smile or something,
Yeah,
or something stupid like that. Like when you're
yeah,
just not expecting it at all.
it's breaking the fourth wall. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Mm.
Um, so, so at the moment we have, um, so you and I actually just, even though it's been out for some time, you and I basically finished Hunter x Hunter, this past month,
Hmm.
and I've seen it for years being advertised, and I don't know why. Um, I just kept skipping over it. Maybe it was just the length of it because it was over 100 episodes, and
Yeah,
I didn't want to get involved in it. And um, you know,
that's definitely a deterrent
oh
with that.
yeah, because you're like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to put work into this. I'm gonna have to put work into
Yeah.
this. So, um, whereas there's some really nice 12, 13 episode animes, or even like the 25, 26 episode animes, which are typically pretty solid.
Hmm.
Um, like for instance, I mean, there's a ton of them. I mean, there's Trigun, Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, Drifters, Berserk is only like 25, 26. I mean, there's a ton. There's
Yeah.
absolutely a ton. So, um, but yeah, that's a huge deterrent. Once you start creeping into the 50s, and you're
Hmm.
like, are they gonna be able to make this good every episode?
Yeah.
Kind of deal. And typically the answer is no.
Right.
So, unless you're really involved with the characters, because you want a show that makes you feel like you are there, that you're a part of it.
Yeah, you want
So,
to feel immersed. Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah. So, and watching Hunter x Hunter, I will say that like the first third of that show, I was fully immersed.
Hmm.
Where they're going through the exam. Just letting everybody know, like there might be some spoilers in here. Get over it. These
Yeah.
shows have been out for a while. Um, so, like the first third, like when they're going through the exam and so forth, and then Kurapika fighting the Phantom Troop, is all pretty solid and steady. Like there's not a lot of fillers. And when they did do fillers, it was a whole episode. It was basically a recap, so you could just skip that whole episode.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I'm like, oh, like you get like 3 minutes into it, and you're like, oh, I see what she's reading his letter, and they're gonna
Yeah.
redo
Yeah.
everything. So, Um, but um, yeah, but towards like the second half of that show, um, I was really just already invested, so
Hmm.
I just had to finish it. And so,
Yeah. Yeah.
but so like like for instance, you and I have both agreed that we will not be watching One Piece ever.
Oh yeah. Well, I actually was gonna bring that up.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like shows like see, I have my anime list right here.
Okay.
Naruto, One Piece. Um, what's another one of them? Oh, Bleach.
Bleach.
Yeah, yep,
Yeah.
yeah. Dragon Ball. I don't think I'll ever get into them, but the more, um, the more like top anime lists that I see, or like forums discussing about anime and stuff, um, the more I see that One Piece is like on the top
Yeah.
every time.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like people argue that it's the best manga ever made and one of the best animes ever made, and I'm like, there's 900 plus episodes. Am I really gonna get into this?
Oh God.
I don't know, but
I don't know. It
what
just seems so cheesy too.
I haven't seen anything about it, so I have no clue. I don't know anything about it.
I've seen a couple of episodes. I've seen a couple clips, and it's just like one of those series where like, you'll wait like 50 episodes for something cool to happen for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Something that like
Okay.
really stands out. But yeah, I don't know. It always just felt really corny. It's the best word I can use. It just felt cheesy. I don't know. It's like fairy tale, just like fairy tale.
Yeah, I heard Fairy Tail wasn't good.
Ah, it's garbage.
I'm
It's
not
garbage. It's garbage. I watched. I bet you, and I bet you somebody, if somebody watches this and gets this far into this clip, that they're gonna go fairy tale rules.
Yeah.
I watched the first 20 episodes of Fairy Tale and went, "Can I get that? Can I get that time of my life back, please, please?"
Yeah.
So, nah, it was.
Oh, well, I think sometimes you need to watch like bad shows to recognize why the good ones are so good. So I think it's
Right.
worth time investing.
But here's the thing: is I don't like. I understand when people say like, "Well, you got to give it time," or like, "Wait till," like, no, make it good from the
Yeah.
beginning. It's just
yeah,
like
if I have to wait 20 episodes for it to become good, it's like,
right.
I'm not doing this.
It's kind of like listening to a song, like where you can tell within the first 5 to 10 seconds of listening to a song, I'm going to like this song.
Hmm.
So regardless of what the lyrics are going to be and so forth, it's just like that tune that just clicks in your brain, and you go
Right.
like, "This is okay. Like I'm all in on this."
Like, oh shit, okay.
Right? Oh shit. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Watch out. Hey up.
But yeah, I totally agree. I don't know if I can. I see. Like, I'm planning on watching like the recommended animes
Right.
first, and there's a lot I still need to watch. I think I've only watched like 20 animes so far, honestly.
You mean all together?
Yeah, like I'm a fucking newbie, dude. Like, I don't
Well,
know
yeah.
shit.
I mean, dude, I have 13 years on you.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, when I was like, when I really started watching anime, I was like really started to watch it. I was like 12, 13.
Hmm.
So, and that was, Dragon Ball Z and Berserk and Trigun, and then Cartoon Network was playing anime at night, and they would, on
Yeah.
Adult Swim, they play it all night. So, and that's when I would watch Cowboy Bebop was on Cartoon Network, Yu Yu Hakusho was on Cartoon Network, and that's a long series too, but they played every
Mhm.
episode on there. And Inuyasha was another one.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that was pretty popular, and You know, I actually, you know what? I didn't really watch Inuyasha until about a year and a half ago.
Really?
So, yeah, like I saw parts of it, and then it showed up on Netflix, and I went, screw it. I'm like, it's not that long.
Hmm.
Um, Sorry if you hear anything in the background. There's kids out there
Yeah.
slamming God knows what. Um,
It's not that loud though.
okay,
So
good, good.
yeah.
Yeah, just from how I'm glad the microphone wasn't picking it up because like right now, like my eardrum is has a stabbing sound in it.
It's
But yeah.
it's funny that you've mentioned like Cowboy Bebop
Mm,
like twice now because
right.
last night I figured, I can't wait like 25 weeks or so to watch My Hero and
No,
Seven Deadly.
for 20 minutes of your a week.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Right, right.
So I figured I'll start a new one, and I actually went on that website where you spin a wheel and you pick how many slots you want on
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah, you can pick up to like 100, dude. It's actually
What
crazy.
can you pull that up and share it?
Yeah, sure. So,
Whatever. But continue. Go on.
um, so, I don't know what it's called. I spelled that wrong. Okay, we will decide. Yeah, so, you just put your choices down here. So you see, I put SAO.
Okay.
I put like 5 animes, and it was, let's see, it was Cowboy Bebop, Black Clover, JoJo's, Attack on Titan, and SAO.
Okay.
Those are the top 5 for me, like on my list next to watch.
Okay.
Um,
You've had this list for a little bit too.
yeah, well, I just updated it last night actually too,
Okay. Cool.
um, and I'm still adding more every once in a while.
Yeah.
But you know what I got?
What?
I
What?
I got Cowboy Bebop.
Oh wow. Cool.
Yeah.
You know,
So
dude. You'll really like that one.
yeah,
I
that's what
mean,
I hear.
yeah. It's I mean, like, yeah. Granted, it was in the '90s. I want to say like mid '90s,
Hmm.
maybe like '98, around the same time as Trigun. But there's really like 3 main characters, but the main character, who's like the obvious number one character, like you're gonna fall in love with. He's absolutely amazing. So it's he's probably one of like my favorite characters in any show,
Oh,
in
okay.
any anime show. His name's Spike in it, and I think that was one that was not terrible in English either.
Hmm.
I would still
Okay.
watch it in Japanese,
Yeah,
but
of course.
it's not terrible. It's not complete garbage. Just like,
Okay.
99% of the English dub. I
Yeah.
am here. So,
God, don't even get me started on that.
so
God.
bad. What a waste of a ticket to see that
Yeah.
movie. What was it called? Two Heroes? Like,
Um, is it Heroes Rising?
no, isn't that the new one? That's a new one, I think.
Yeah, I think that's with him and Bakugo. Yeah, that's movie. I think it's the Tale of Two Heroes. Yeah,
Yes.
Two Heroes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, I told you, I'm just telling everybody on this clip. I went to go see the Two Heroes movie. We thought it was in Japanese. Unbeknownst to us, it was fully 100% in English. And God, was it terrible. God, it was so awful. Like,
Well, the movie itself wasn't
no,
bad.
no, no,
It was,
no.
it was
The
really
movie
good,
was the
but
movie was good.
yeah.
But the voices, they just like you just get this like stabbing pain just everywhere in your body. Like the cringe factor was so high
Mhm.
seeing that in English. Um,
Do you think it's the same for Japanese people when they listen to it in Japanese?
mm, that is actually a good question.
Yeah,
That's a
I feel
good
like it's
question.
just like over exaggerated in English, So you listen it in Japanese and it sounds cool, but in Japanese, as a native speaker,
Mm.
it probably sounds over exaggerated
Maybe,
too.
probably they probably think it's very dramatic.
Yeah.
They probably think it's really dramatic because being a pretty not docile, but being like pretty humble
Hmm.
and you know whatchamacallit, like low key.
Reserved, quiet.
Yeah, reserved. Reserved is a good word. Um,
Yeah.
and seeing that, it's probably even has like a little bit of shock value to them.
Maybe. I
Uh,
feel like I feel like it's all about that fantasy aspect though.
yeah, yeah.
I feel like they would like it for that. Like they don't take it realistically, obviously. It's an
No,
anime.
right, of course, of
So,
course. But
yeah.
yeah, I don't know. And that's a good question, though.
Yeah.
Is how do they feel about that? Oh, I wanted to go into um, now. I don't want to keep saying this, but obviously you and I talked about this before.
Mm.
Um, the good old, what is known as the Naruto run. Where where your arms are back
Oh yeah.
like that and so forth. That good old anime run. Now, there was a there's there's this YouTube channel. It's all Japanese oriented, and they go to Japan, and they actually talk to a guy that was trained in the arts of being a ninja. Like this guy is a legitimate ninja, pretty much. And
Right.
so I mean, like they even show him like throwing ninja stars and all kinds of crazy shit. And so they're actually showing him clips from Naruto, and asking him how realistic is this, compared, like they're doing like the signs and stuff. Like I'm like, did you
Yeah.
really show him that? Like, like that they're doing their little jitsu signs and shit like that.
Yeah.
Um, and of course he's like, we never do that. Like,
Yeah. Of course.
but so like 99% of it, he was like, this is really exaggerated and crazy, and this is he's like, stealth is everything, basically.
Hmm.
About being a ninja. But the when
One
he
exception.
the one exception, which I think is hysterical, is the run, the arms to your side anime run.
Or
Uh,
behind you.
yeah, behind you. Yeah.
Yeah.
um, Running like that. This ninja, this gentleman ninja, legitimate ninja, actually said that is the preferred way of running for a ninja. So to sustain durability, to not get tired easily, um, you would actually you would actually be able to run longer doing that instead of wasting energy, moving your arms like so.
Hmm.
But of course, he did say it was, a tad bit exaggerated, but that it wasn't that off. So, which I thought was really really interesting, because for years now we've just been laughing at it and thinking it's the most ridiculous shit in the world.
Yeah.
So, which it is, but it's still funny to see. It's funny seeing white people do it.
Yeah.
So, but Japanese guy does it. It's fine. But
Yeah. I think I saw when I was in Philly one time, uh, some Asian kid do it.
you and
On
I saw
the sidewalk.
someone. You
Oh
and I
yeah.
saw.
Were you with me?
I was with you, and we both started cracking up
Yeah.
because he wasn't with anybody either.
Right. He was just by himself. Yeah.
I think we were in my car, like just driving down the road, and then we just see just this random guy or kid, teenager, running, doing the anime run. And of course, at that point in time, we were steady Filthy Frank fans, so that was of course what first came to mind, and then it just made us just like die laughing because it was just we were like, is this really happening? Like this guy's running like this down this major street.
Yeah.
And so yeah,
This is so random.
that was so funny though. It
Yeah.
was so damn funny.
But I'm
Oh,
surprised that he said that.
yeah,
'Cause,
yeah. Yeah, I'll stop. Go ahead. What?
sorry, yeah. I just feel like running like that with your with your back down
Hmm.
like that, your body tilted forward. It would be kind of hard to balance yourself while moving so fast, you know?
I mean, I guess it's just one of those things that you just you kind of get like tuned in with.
Yeah.
I don't know that you just
It's like practice maybe.
yeah, you just tune in with your body to to have it a specific way. And I don't think that they're like all the way down. It's not like a 90-degree angle. It's just
Yeah.
like kind of like it's just like a slightly diagonal.
Right.
So, but yeah, it's not this like full thing like head down kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did want to share this because I wanted to see what people thought of, what were these, like the highest rated anime series of all time. Obviously, this is all subjective. You, I mean, as is, basically everything.
Yeah.
So, now this is IMDb. This is not an official, this isn't an anime website, but it's anything. So it says highest rated anime series with at least 10,000 votes. So which is a lot.
Yeah, that has 95,000. That's
Yeah,
194,000. Wow.
yeah, man. So so these are big guns. These are ones that you and I will at least know, and I'm sure, if there are any anime fans, that they definitely do know of these if they haven't seen them. So Full Metal Alchemist, Brotherhood gets a 9.1, Death Note a 9, One Punch Man 8.9.
Cowboy Bebop. Oh,
Yeah, again, that's just another sign for you to watch it, man.
Yeah.
So, but no, that is crazy that Death Note has 195,000 votes.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Well, One Punch Man is like super popular and only has
Yeah.
92,000.
Right. Hunter x Hunter.
Hunter x Hunter.
Wow, really?
Damn.
An 8.9. Jesus Christ.
Number 5.
Attack on Titan has another pretty solid one.
Yep. There's my favorite. Steins Gate.
Yep, Steins Gate, another good one, another great one.
Yeah.
I think that's higher than Attack on Titan and Hunter x Hunter, in my opinion. But,
yeah, I'd definitely say it's well, since it's my favorite, yeah.
Yeah. Code Geass, I actually have not seen.
Yeah, me neither.
Seen Code Geass.
But heard a lot about it.
Lelouch of the Rebellion. So I have not seen that. Now this is One Piece is the next one.
Yeah. One Piece.
Yeah, but it's funny how it's spelled though.
Yeah.
One Piece.
Piece.
But that show has been going on since 1999.
Yeah, and still going.
Holy hell, dude! Jesus, like you got
That's a run.
Stop. All right, and here we go. Number 10, Berserk.
The original, nice.
Yeah.
Good.
So, there we go, right there.
Supposedly the manga for Berserk is like amazing. too.
Yeah.
Even more so than the anime. So.
You know what? I did have the manga for Berserk, but it was years ago. Like it was like 2006, because that was when I actually I'd read it in between classes at college, and then I went home and would watch it. Like I wouldn't get like too far ahead.
Yeah.
So, um, Dragon Ball Z. So all of these the only one I haven't seen so far, well, is One Piece and Code Geass. Um,
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z, Samurai X, another good one. So
X.
that is the OVA for Rurouni Kenshin,
Ah.
basically. So it's
Oh, it's a movie.
no. So there's
No.
I want to say it's only like 4 or 5 episodes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and because in Rurouni Kenshin, they don't really go into his past like really crazy. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
not like that in depth. But in this one, he's just straight up murderer. In this one is absolutely insane. But a lot of good animation for its time. In 1999, where the graphics, where the artwork was nowhere near as good as it is today,
Right.
and they did an excellent job. Um, I'm not gonna go past 20. I just wanted to see what they had here.
Yeah.
Your
I'll have to
Lie
see.
in April.
Yeah, I've heard of that too. I think. Is that a show? Yeah, that's a show.
Yeah,
Interesting. Okay.
yeah. These
I
are
think
all
that's a
series.
slice of life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Samurai Champloo. Like I was telling you, that's a really good one. That's a
Mhm.
great one. And it's not that long either. So that's one you could knock out in. You could knock that out in 2 days, to be honest with you,
Yeah.
or just one, kind of long night. uh, the original Full Metal Alchemist, number 16.
Yeah.
Neon Genesis. I've never seen that, to be honest. I've never seen that.
Me neither.
My Hero Academia. Okay,
Okay.
number
Yeah.
18, which is
Surprised that's not higher right now.
yeah. No, I agree. I agree. I would put that in the top 5 at least.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, Erased, really good show.
Yeah, I heard
Really,
about that too.
I
Yeah.
I think I told you about it. Um, uh, it's okay. Well, you know what, dude, you just have to see it. You really just have to see it.
Yeah.
He basically gets like glimpses of things that are going to happen.
Mhm.
So, and then he has the ability to prevent it from happening. Only bad things that are going to happen. So,
Right.
and in this show, he actually gets put back to when he was in 5th grade, but still has the mindset of a 29-year-old. It's crazy. It's really, and he basically has to figure out who's killing, who killed this girl or something like that. But
His mom. Yeah. Says in the
well,
description.
the mom dies. Well, long story short, the mom dies later.
Okay.
But yeah. So, but yeah, he has to find out who the killer is. Um, but
Right.
it's a very unique concept, especially for an anime. I highly recommend watching Erased, and I know it's not even called Erased. Um, in like if you're like looking it up, it's called something else. I forget. It's so long for just the word Erased, but
Right.
Naruto Shippuden. I've only seen, I want to say half. I've seen half of Naruto Shippuden, roughly. And it's good when there aren't any fillers.
Mhm.
Just like it's exactly like Dragon Ball. It's the same exact thing like Dragon Ball and like Bleach. Great without the fillers. So
Right.
great when I'm not dragging it out. Mushishi, saw that, pretty cool, but it's a nice break from action. There's like zero action in this show.
Okay.
Screw it. Let's just go to 30. Ghost in the Shell. Never seen it. I know it's popular, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, me neither.
Dragon Ball, really slow. Really just for kids.
Yeah, I
So,
tried like 20 episodes. Couldn't get
uh-huh.
into it.
Mm-mm.
Dropped it.
Yeah, I couldn't, even if I tried. Rurouni Kenshin. So, um, that's just a staple. So Rurouni Kenshin is just a staple in the anime world, no question. Just like Dragon Ball is, Rurouni Kenshin is right there next to it. So really good. Not 500 episodes. I think it's like 50 some episodes, but all 50 some worth watching.
Okay.
Yeah. Parasite, The Maxim, never seen it. Dragon Ball Super. I will say one good thing: it's not 20,000 episodes. It's like Hunter x Hunter. It's like 100 and some episodes. So there's not as many fillers in Dragon Ball Super, which is good, and is actually really good. That is preferably watched in English. The Dragon Ball Super.
Okay.
Yu Yu Hakusho, I was saying earlier, it's an older one, 92 to 95, but still really, really good. It's up there. Definitely up there. Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. Yeah, never
Doesn't
seen
even
it.
sound like
Yeah, right.
Japanese, honestly.
It almost sounds like a German or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Kind of European language. But yep, yeah. Could you even like imagine me saying like if I like walked into your room and said, "Hey, Andrew, yo, did you see Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann?" Like,
Gurren Lagann.
like, oh, dude, I love Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. Like, what?
Yeah, no.
Oh my god.
It's just those last two words.
Yeah.
Just sound weird.
Right.
I don't know.
Hellsing. Great.
Yeah, that's
great.
Yeah.
Great. Not that long. I think it's even though it says 2006 to 2012. From what I remember, it was not that many episodes. Or unless this is the movie, because it says 50 minutes.
Yeah.
So, where the other ones say 24 minutes, because 24 minutes is the average episode length.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. And number 30, Trigun. So, highly recommend watching that. 1998. So, and then I had to just scroll down because I saw the Seven Deadly Sins at 31. So, I think that's kind of. I don't think that's fair.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the rating is fair. I think 8.2. I don't think I'd give it above like a 9 or a 10 or anything.
Mm-mm.
I think an 8 is good, maybe even a 7. But
yeah, I'm just perusing.
Number 30, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, Bleach, Fairy Tail, Claymore is a good one. That's a really good one. 2007. Okay. Okay, so that was
Science Gate should be number 1.
What?
Good comment.
Oh yeah. Nah. Okay. Ooh, using big words.
Yep. Might have to block that out.
Ergo Proxy isn't that great. Fairy Tail garbage. Bleach is good without the fillers. Naruto is good without the fillers. Now, Dragon Ball Z Kai, what that does is that eliminates the fillers altogether. There are no fillers in Kai.
Really?
Yep. So it's not 500 episodes long. It's like a third of that. A third of whatever the original one is. So they only put in like what's necessary for you to actually know what's going on. Psycho Pass is okay. I don't think it should be up in the top 30. Shouldn't even be in the top 50.
40.
Yeah, it shouldn't even be in the top 50. So,
Okay.
and then, so we have, so like we already know, obviously, season 4 My Hero is already. So we're only 2 episodes in, correct?
Yeah.
2 episodes in. Um, Now today's Wednesday, so tomorrow will be 3 episodes in on Seven Deadly Sins.
Right.
Now you're not
And
that.
that's starting to get good too.
Yeah, I really like. Oh my God, what's his name with the tiger or with the lion on his back? Pride or something.
Yeah, I think it's Pride.
Yeah. I just can't remember what his real name is. But
Let me look it up. Is it? It's now Merlin's the Escanor.
Escanor, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Merlin's the chick. That's the one that he's obsessed with. He's obsessed with Merlin.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He absolutely loves Merlin.
Yeah.
So now, how far have you watched any of Sword Art Online?
I watched like I don't even know how many episodes it was. But if you remember, it was like the first boss when they're like in the group and they go through like the first floor of a dungeon or whatever, and they defeat like the boss together. I basically stopped after that.
Okay, gotcha.
Just because like I just couldn't get invested in it, like because the characters and the writing was just so bad. And I hear that complaint a lot too when I research Sword Art Online.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'll just have to like suck it up and just get through it, because I should watch it nevertheless, even if it's a good or bad anime. It's like something to learn about.
Yeah.
Film, I guess, or anime in general.
I never personally had an issue with any parts of Sword Art Online. I never felt like it was too slow or too fast. I thought it just had a nice pace all the way through. So, that's just me, and that was just, and they got right into the story. Not even 10 minutes in, boom, right into what's going on.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and it just gets crazier now, because now they're on season 3. It's called season 3 part 2. And it is, dude, season 3 is just wild. It's nothing like the previous seasons at all.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically,
I heard. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. No. I'm sorry. No. So, real quick, what they do in season 3, basically, Kirito is in this immersive world that is indistinguishable from reality. Number one, indistinguishable. You cannot tell. You feel pain, everything. And oh my God, where was I going with this? I just lost my train of thought.
Yeah.
But okay, so what happens is they actually were able to basically essentially clone humans in digital format.
Huh. Okay.
And put them in the game. So the characters in that game in particular are self-aware. Can think just like a regular human and all that. It's crazy. It's like they don't know they're in a virtual world. Like they think that this is real. Everything in here is real.
They have no clue.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yep. It was only, and like you can mate in this virtual world with the people there, and like they'll have children in that world too. It's crazy. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're it's like it's a digital copy of these people. It's wild. So
interesting.
Yeah.
I heard SAO2 was like terrible. Like it's not even worth watching, even like to watch a bad anime. That's what I heard.
Now, is that the okay? SAO2. That's when he goes into like the gun game, I
I'm not
believe.
sure.
Yeah, it's when he goes into the gun game. It's still worth watching. Still
Yeah.
worth watching. Yeah, definitely. And you kind of have to watch that in order to continue as well.
Yeah. Right.
So, but I will say it's not as good as season one.
Hmm.
It's not bad. It's just not as good as season one. And then season three is just in a whole league of its own. So, like season three just totally separates everything else, where
Okay.
it's almost like a whole brand new show.
Right.
So yeah, which really interesting decision on their part to do that.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. Um, you know what I've heard, kind of changing the topic a little bit.
you're good.
Um, I've heard that now I don't browse like anime forums that much or anything, or like search the internet about what people's opinions are.
Hmm.
Um, but I heard that My Hero fans are kind of toxic.
Really?
Yeah. Why do
How
you think
so?
that is?
How so?
I don't because like that's just what I heard. And, like I didn't get any like clarification on it or like qualification really.
Yeah.
Um, I think maybe it's because they think it's like the best shonen
Hmm.
ever made. Maybe I think, or like it's the best anime ever made. I don't know. Like I think they get like butthurt when people like don't like or make fun of My Hero, I guess, or
Huh.
some, and they're like really toxic about it.
Now,
But
where did you hear this?
um, so so
I'm just
that,
curious.
yeah, you know that guy, the Anime Man
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like in one of his videos. He kind of like mentioned it.
Hmm.
Like so, he was like reading comments and someone mentioned it and he read it. But yeah,
Interesting.
I don't know. And then he also made a video about um, I think it was the same video actually, like how people say like My Hero is the king of shonen,
Hmm.
um, which is kind of hard to define. Like what is the king of shonen? You know, like how do you define that?
Right. Right.
Um,
Right.
in what ways is it the king? You know, for me personally, from its impact on anime, and I think the Anime Man said the same thing. Is that Dragon Ball Z is like the king of shonen, like of all
No
time.
question. No question.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
impact that it had was just insane.
Worldwide.
Yeah,
Worldwide. Yeah.
right.
Absolutely. No question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean. I don't know. First of all, getting defensive over a show is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's
That's
pointless.
crazy.
Yeah.
Um. So, and why these people watching My Hero would be more susceptible to criticism, I don't understand. So,
I don't know, maybe it's just like I think it might be a lot of like new people to anime,
yeah.
and they don't really have like a lot of um, I don't know. I don't have a lot of experience watching other animes, and they get kind of um, triggered, I guess, when people make fun of their like one of the only animes that they've ever watched. Um, and it's like I'd say it's the most popular anime in the world right now at the time.
I agree. I
Um,
agree.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
so
yeah,
a lot of
they,
people like it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, besides My Hero, which I'll get back to, I mean, Dragon Ball, especially Dragon Ball Z, not Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball GT, not even Dragon Ball Super, not any of the movies, maybe one of the movies. Um, you know, like they've transformed that into like over like 40 languages.
Yeah,
Um, always like when it was coming out, like when I was buying it on VHS, and then eventually DVD, and then eventually downloading it. Um, when I would download it, it would say, like 300,000 people had this one file. like this one episode or whatever it was. So, um,
Yeah, that's
it's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
That was definitely like timeless. It's a timeless anime.
yeah, no question. And there's enough, um, there's enough content in there that makes it kind of like you said, it's timeless. So it's like future proof. So
Hmm.
there's a lot of stuff in there that um, like a technology wise is available in that show that is that maybe wasn't even around when they started making it, but is around now. So
Hmm.
um, so it's not
Yeah,
even like as obviously besides the characters and the whole plot. Some of the stuff isn't as far fetched as it used to be. So,
hmm,
because like the blue haired chick Bulma or green hair, I forget what color her hair is, but
I think it was blue. Yeah.
yeah, and she um, runs that company Capsule Corp, and they make like
Hmm.
all these crazy inventions and stuff like that. So
Right.
like even in Hunter X Hunter, like initially that show came out in the '90s, right?
Hmm.
And they had cell phones that had like almost like Google Maps on it.
Hmm. Yeah.
And this was in the '90s. This was before any of this crap, before any of that really came out to the public, at
Right.
the very least. So, and nobody
Yeah. Ahead of its time.
way ahead of his time. I mean, nobody.
Yeah.
I mean, it was super rare if anybody had a cell phone in the '90s. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So, and if you did, like your bill was basically, you know, like the amount that people would pay for rent.
Hmm.
So, not to get off track here, but
Yeah.
um,
It's,
but
I wouldn't know, but
yeah. I remember the really quick. I like the first time I saw somebody had they had the GPS in their car.
Hmm.
It was 1997, and like mind blown away. I was like, wait, what? It does what?
It had
Like
to be so bad though. Like it had to be a piece of shit
at
for
that
what they
time.
are now.
Oh yeah, right now it's like you'd be like, I'm pay
Yeah.
for this shit. It's terrible. But at that time, it was probably like an extra $3,000 to $5,000 to have that installed in your car.
Jesus Christ.
In 1997 ish. So it was in a Mercedes, but you know, but it was, yeah. I mean, it was
That's
just,
insane.
and now we have traffic updates and all that. Here's a better route, and
Yeah.
whereas before it was just like mega left, mega right, go straight. Like, I don't care if there's 100 car pile up, you're going this way.
Yeah.
uh,
Pretty much.
but yeah, I mean, going back to My Hero, um, yeah, I mean that is this decade's Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, it's definitely the current times king of shonen, without a doubt.
Yes.
There's nothing else that compares. And but overall, like overall the animes, I'd say it's pretty good. Like it's great even. Um, but it's not a Dragon Ball Z.
No.
It's just not. You know.
Right. Right.
Um, but over time, hopefully, um, I'm sure it'll get better and like crazier. And I'm into it to the point where for the people who don't know, like I've started to read the manga,
Mhm.
and I've never read a manga before. So
Right. Right.
um,
That tells you something. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And they're like, I don't even know, they're like 3 seasons ahead.
In the
I
manga.
know, yeah, I know in the current where we are currently in the show, the manga for that was made 2 years ago. So
Okay.
a little behind, but not
Right.
too
Right.
far, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, I don't know if I could watch manga. I mean, if I could read manga again, I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know. Like we talked about the other day, um, like obviously we'd rather watch the animation. You know, I'd rather watch the animation than reading it, but at the same time, when you're reading it, there is a part of your imagination that is kicking in as well.
Yeah, I think for manga, like the only thing I prefer in manga is like the art style, um, and more detail that they put into it in the writing and the art style. Um, but in the anime, you just like you get the voices, you get the music, you get the motions.
Yeah, yeah.
You get all that, and it's just like I don't know. I'd feel like I prefer watching My Hero in the anime version than the manga. But
Right, right, right.
I'm too impatient to wait for these episodes to come out. So
Nah, yeah. Once I mean, so 25 episodes. Waiting. 1 week for 20 minutes.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, I just wouldn't want to jump ahead. I would say maybe I'd watch all of the animation that was available first, and then read it, possibly. But I could see people getting excited and wanting to know what's going to happen at the same time. So, kind of similar to say like reading like the Game of Thrones books before watching the show. To a certain
Yeah,
to a certain season where they were still on the books.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I mean, maybe those books are like 800 pages long.
yeah, I'm looking at them right now because
Yeah, I'm looking at mine too.
and they are stacked. There's a couple of them, and they are stacked. So,
Yeah.
okay, so what? So, right now you're watching My Hero. You're watching Seven Deadly Sins that are still coming out every week, and so the next one you're going to watch, you said, is most likely Cowboy Bebop.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So maybe next time we're on here, maybe by then you will have watched the entire series of Cowboy Bebop, and there is a movie, and the movie's just as good.
Okay.
Yeah, the movie is.
Yeah, I'll fit that in then.
Yeah, just as good as the show, if not even a little bit better because it's definitely more dramatized.
Mhm.
So
I looked on the episode list, and I think I saw like 25 episodes. Is that right? Is that all?
for Cowboy,
Yeah.
yeah, yep,
Okay. Cool.
25, 26 max. But if it says 25, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So
That's perfect.
yeah, yeah. So typically, what they do is it's either 25 and 20 or 26, or it's either 12 and 13
Yeah.
for the shorter ones.
Right.
Everything else is just is somewhere else. But yeah, those are. But those are, for whatever reason, those ones are always set in stone at 12 or 13 or 25 and 26. And if you do find a series like that, typically it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
For the most part.
It's probably gonna be good.
Yeah. There's going to be absolutely no fillers whatsoever. They're not going to waste 1 second of your time at all. So
Yep.
like Drifters was one of them. So Cowboy Bebop, Trigun,
Steins Gate.
Steins Gate, another, yeah. That was like 25, 26.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Death Note. I think I had like 36 or something.
Yeah,
A
Death
little-
Note was definitely a little bit more. One Punch Man,
Yeah,
12,
One Punch Man.
12, 13 episodes, whatever it is. And yeah, so anything that's that short is typically just gonna knock your socks off for the most part. So it makes you more intrigued. So yeah, once you start. But you know what? There's also a different sector too. A lot of times there's even a lot of shows that hover in the 50s too, which is interesting as well, because like Inuyasha does that, Rurouni Kenshin does that. What was the other one we were just talking about? Does that as well? Whatever, I can't remember. But
Okay.
but there's a lot. But there are. Oh, Full Metal Alchemist is another one that hovers in that area,
Yeah.
like in that 50, 60 mark. So
Right.
and that's it, and and that's that they will be at least good.
Mhm.
So if they're in that mark, so once you go into 3 digits, we're having a problem. We're gonna have a problem somewhere. So it's like, where I don't know what to do. So like I need to skip like 5 episodes.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, unless you had anything else, man, I think that was a pretty solid recap of of our little anime journey.
Yeah, I think we got through everything that
Yeah.
was on my mind and yours. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we could probably keep going, but I think this is a good.
Yeah.
I think that this is a good time to stop. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, definitely. It's nice to actually be able to, because I don't know really anybody who watches anime besides you in real life. So
Yeah.
so it's like at least you get to talk to somebody in real life about this stuff, which is
Right.
always nice. But and then share it with the world. So,
Mhm.
but cool,
Whoever
man.
sees it.
Yeah, but cool, man. Always appreciate when you come on the channel.
Yeah, of course.
So,
And I love talking about this stuff. So anyone still watching, if you want to leave a comment, leave your thoughts down there. That'd be cool. I'd love to read them and give us some suggestions about what you'd like us to talk about next time,
yeah,
if you want.
yeah. I mean, Andrew's been, if you've seen the Joker review, obviously that was Andrew that was with me, doing that. So he's definitely a preferred guest on the Polio Junior channel, and then also a preferred guest every once in a while on the Inner Circle podcast. That I do with our other cousin. At least once a week. So, but anytime that we can get Andrew on is always a pleasure. So,
Yep.
But yeah, that finishes our anime talk for today. So, but yeah, man, definitely a pleasure, and hopefully we'll get you back on soon. So,
Yep.
all
Till
right,
next time.
cool, sounds good, brother. And I'm gonna end this now. All right, later.